Hi everyone, I'm Eva
And I'm Elaine.
from Hong Kong Polytechnic University. We are very glad to have Mr. Isaac Ng, the owner of Shy Express and Shy Dance Cafe, as our interviewee to share his business startup experience with us. The interview was conducted in Cantonese and its content has already been translated into English. Here is the re-recorded version of our interview with Mr. Isaac Ng.
So let's start with some background information of Shy Express. Could you please tell us about the name of your restaurant?
Well, Shy Express, after I had migrated to Australia for 5 years, I came back to Hong Kong and helped in a very famous and old Cha Chan Tang in Shamshui-Po called Sun Heng Yun, which is owned by my wife's father. Then I took the abbreviation of its English name. S stands for Sun, H stands for Heng, and Y stands for Yun, and combined them as the name of my restaurant, Shy. So obviously the name doesn't actually mean being shy. Also, as it is mainly a takeout restaurant, so it's called Express. Altogether it becomes Shy Express.
I see. We all know that Sun Heng Yun is a very local Hong Kong style Cha Chan Tang. Is Shy Express also considered to be a Hong Kong style restaurant? What is the nature of your business?
Well, actually, our restaurant is a kind of continuation of Sun Heng Yun. The milk tea and coffee that we serve has nothing to do with the meaning of express. All of them are very local Hong Kong style milk tea and coffee, like seal stocking milk tea. In case of coffee, we also use seal stockings and mix it with Irish coffee. Besides, the sandwich with egg and beef slices from Sun Heng Yun has already been very popular in Hong Kong. We choose this sandwich as our signature item and modify it to become other different types of sandwiches. As you can see, we now have choices like garden style, vegetarian style, super sandwiches, as well as, of course, the most basic sandwich with egg and beef slices.
Well, other than that, we noticed that different types of omurice and pasta are also on your menu. So is Shy Express not only just a Hong Kong style restaurant?
Yes, it's because of the location difference. For example, Sun Heng Yun is located in Sham Shui Po. We have Hong Kong style coffee and milk tea together with sandwiches to match with Chinese style pork hot noodles and braised beef brisket noodles. When we come to districts like Tai Kok Tsui, we want to satisfy the needs of office workers nearby. Maybe they don't prefer to have Chinese food, so we fulfill their needs to provide omurice and pasta.
What is the business ownership of Shy Express? Are you a sole owner?
Yes, I'm the sole owner of Shy Express, but for the other branches like the one in Kwun Tong, I form a partnership with others. As for the coming one in Kwai Fong, it will be a form of franchising.
I see. How many partners are there for the one in Kwun Tong?
There are a total of 4 owners in Dance Cafe, including myself.
Regarding the location problem, where are your restaurant located and why do you choose those locations?
Commercial and industrial area is definitely the most suitable location if you want to work relaxingly. It's because office workers normally have day off on Sundays and public holidays, and usually there will be no business in these days. That's why we chose to open our restaurant in Tai Kok Tsui and Kwun Tong. When our target customers are enjoying their day off, I can take a day off too. I can go to the church on Sundays and enjoy family days with my children. For the location of the other branch, it's all decided by the franchisees. They chose to set up in Kwai Fong. The main reason of this decision is that they want to attract businesses from students nearby. There are many schools located in that area, such as the Learning Center of Open University in Kwai Hing. They think that targeting on students could be a right direction to them. For me, I will still choose to expand my business in locations close to commercial and industrial areas in the future.
Okay, after understanding the background of Shy Express, let's go more in depth now. Could you please tell us how old were you when you started your own business?
Well, I'm now still 18 years old. How old was I when I started my business? It should be 16 only. Well, just kidding. What I would like to say is that the moment of discovering there is a need for doing business is the most important thing when starting up a business. There is no relationship between your age, your perspective when seeing things, and your maturity. You can still have no sense on business even you are 50 years old. On the contrary, some may already have their business senses and are mature enough to know when their business should begin at 18. The most important thing is that you find the right directions and know whether the time, people, place, external environment, and money are sufficient to support your business idea. When you have done all the research and you are sure that you can do it, then you can finally take your first steps to start up your business.
So, would you mind telling us around how many years ago that you started your business?
This restaurant was opened about 1.5 years ago. Before it opened, I worked in Shamsherpol for around 2 years.
Then we would like to understand more about your previous working experience. Apart from working in TVB, do you have any other work experience, especially those related to food and beverage industry?
In fact, I really have no experience in F&B. I gained all the F&B knowledge from my wife's father. I learned all of the related stuff such as food products, production process, staffing, and preparation work that required only after coming back from Australia.
Other than working in Shanghai, do you have other working experience that can help you to start up business in this industry?
Working in TVB helped me a lot. Since consumers can recognize my face and are familiar with me, it is easier for me to attract them to try my food and drinks. Also, I can encourage them to spend more easily. When dealing with some problems or issues, it is more convenient because I used to be a public figure. They will think that I cannot cheat them because as they all know me. That can definitely benefit my business. Of course, it also has some drawbacks. When I did something wrong, my business will be seriously affected and the public must know where to find me.
I see. Before you enter TVB, do you have any other working experience?
I have been working in the garment industry before I joined TVB, but it did not help me a lot when starting up my restaurant. Instead, working in the TV industry helped me a lot.
What job experience did you have when you lived in Australia? Were those experiences helpful for you to start your own business?
I worked in elderly's home when I was in Australia. I also had some MC jobs there. This experience helps me to understand how to interact with different people as it is the main duty of being an owner.
What have been the biggest difficulties when starting up your own business?
Obviously, lacking capital is the biggest difficulty. There will be a chance of failure when your capital is not enough to support your idea. Lacking capital can directly lead you to failure even you know that your idea is good enough to succeed. For example, your business may have a chance to succeed after operating for a year or half a year, but if you do not have enough money, you cannot survive in that year. Your idea would be wasted. Even if you can foresee that you will succeed at the end, without enough capital, you can only give your idea to others, and if they can survive in that period, they will reach to an upper level, but it will not be you.
So let's talk about the money problem. Did the government or any other institutes help or aid you in when you're starting up, or are they still helping you?
Well, actually, no. A fundraising company did contact me before, but I decided not to cooperate with them because my restaurant had already opened at that moment. In case of the franchise branch, it is the franchisee's responsibility to do financing for themselves.
Where did you look for capital? Did you have your own capital for your own business?
The capital comes from my own savings when opening the first store, Xpress. Since the required capital increased rapidly when starting up the second store, Shy Dance Cafe, I chose to have partnership with my friends. When people knew that you opened a takeout restaurant and they can foresee the chance of success, they will be confident to invest in your business. Although some of them have the capital, they may not have time to set up a business by themselves, so they may choose to invest in your business. At that moment, when I found the suitable investors that share the common thoughts with me, I decided to take the initiative to prepare and raise funds for our second branch.
You have just mentioned that starting up a business actually can incur lots of difficulties. So what is the main reason for you to open your own business?
I think as a male, when you are at a certain age or specific stage, you will like to have your own business Being an owner seems prestige, but all that glitters is not gold. Only the wearer knows where the shoe pinches. For example, you still have to pay for salary even though the business is not good. It's easy to understand. Employees will certainly request for salary increase when business is good, as they have worked very hard for that. However, they will not request for salary decrease when a business goes bad. But being an owner will have more control and flexibility. You are not forced to finish tasks within a specific time frame. You can choose when to open your shop, when to work. Especially if you're a creative owner, you will have the innovation ability to decide what to do today and think of how to lead yourself to success step by step. Therefore, I try to start my business.
Here comes to the last question. We will list some motivations for owning your own business. You can rate them from 1 to 10. 1 is least motivated you and 10 motivates you a lot. The first one is to make a reasonable living.
I think it's 4.
To make a lot of money.
4.
To be my own boss.
That's 7.
I enjoy this lifestyle.
Maybe 5.
To avoid unemployment.
2.
To live in this location.
1.
Is a form of semi-retirement.
2.
I spot the market opportunity.
That's 8.
Do you have any other motivations?
If you are in your comfort zone with high salary, you will not choose to own your business. But when you find a very good chance to succeed outside and your job cannot satisfy you, you will choose to start your own business. So that's the end of our interview. Thank you for watching, everyone.